Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Laura James, filling in for Abby Peel. Well, since 1978, one of the most popular places to grab a pizza or grinder has been Village Pizza in Newport. Coming up is the first anniversary of the new ownership. Let's hear their plans going forward.
I mean, I'm born and raised Newport, New Hampshire, went to school here, eating here and stuff, and then it just came up with availability of ownership and wasn't interested at first, but after sleeping on it, I decided that it was something that I would love to do, and I'm passionate about it and super excited to carry on a tradition of what Newport Village Pizza has brought to Newport.
Well, we've been married for 16 years, and we started actually working together before we were a couple, and that kind of morphed into, wanting to open our own businesses together, and we actually work well together. We probably work better together than we do be married together. I was born and raised working restaurant. My stepfather and my mom owned a small mom and pop sub place, and I grew up there cutting veggies, making subs, slicing meat, and then went from there to waiting tables at other restaurants. When I met Troy, he was just coming to start at one of the restaurants I was working at, and I actually trained him. And then from there, he went into management, and I was busy having our babies.
We owned a few food trucks before we bought this place, and it was a different kind of lifestyle, being on the road, running a mobile restaurant, I guess,
right,
versus running the brick and mortar that this requires, and it's an everyday in and out type. It's very time consuming and life consuming. So there was a lot of hard conversations.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to both. Having the brick and mortar means that it really never stops. It's 7 days a week. I always joke and say we work 10 days a week, even though there's only 7 in a week. The mobile food trucks was fantastic because we got to travel the state and see different things and meet different kinds of people. But it was late nights, early mornings, lots of miles. Our kids spent a lot of time in the back seat of a pickup truck. So now we're just doing both.
Newport Village Pizza has always been a staple. As far as quality of food, just a place to go out and hang out with friends and family, just a part of the community. You go to a sporting event and you would come here after, or you go to a show at the Opera House and you always find yourself coming to Newport Village Pizza, or just for a date night or whatever it be. Our vision is, well, first of all, we're trying to modernize Newport Village Pizza with POS system. We've now got some TVs here, stepped it up with a digital menu. We're just trying to be family oriented, a kid-friendly place to come play games or just hang out.
I think our goal is to kind of bring that 1980s lifestyle to modern day. We love that our tables are always full lately, and there's kids and they put the screens away, and we have board games and books and little knickknacks to play with, coloring pages, and it's just really fun to watch families be family again and not just be glued to our screens, and just kind of take some time. That being said, I do want to get rid of some of the 1980s decor and eventually get away from some of the sponge paint. So we're kind of trying to bring the good old days into the modern day. We have Facebook. I haven't quite figured out how to use anything else quite yet. We will hopefully have a website in the near future. It was more about kind of narrowing down internet. That was a big one here, and having a point of sale system. But now that those things are kind of locked and settled, I think we'll move into having a little more of an internet presence. We are Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 8, and maybe Sundays in the future for some sports.
Well, thank you and good luck on this new venture. Can't wait to see the improvements and taste them, as well as the upgrades to this great eatery. Coming up next, our Yankee Chronicle will again be here at the First Baptist Church, and we'll hear about this wonderful house of worship from their assistant pastor, Tim Smith. Heidi Fagan from Mount Royal Academy will give us a preview of their fall production, and Andy Bullock from the Kearsarge Indian Museum will invite us to their annual Beadstock event. And we'll close with Neil Nevins with an update on the Main Street Warner's renovation of the Lodge. Tune in to YCN's Live Game of the Week. That's coming up this Saturday at 1:53 p.m. as the Tigers of Newport host the Cougars of Kearsarge in football action. Game of the Week can be viewed on TDS channels 13 and 1013, Comcast 8, Roku, Apple TV, and for those who don't have cable, our ycnnow.com website on demand anytime. Check out the full schedule of all of our upcoming games on our website. Join us again next week for an all-new edition of Yankee Chronicle. I'm Laura James, and enjoy what's left of our beautiful fall, everyone.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.